This episode of the Hub Show podcast is brought to you by Exponet USA. For the best deals and service on trade show displays, step and repeat backdrops, printed table covers, and retractable banner stands. Banners of any size for indoors and outdoors. For free ground shipping in the lower 48 states, visit Exponet USA or call Jay at 1-800-831-7108.
Look what's back. It's the Hub Show. Yeah. The People's Podcast.
The People's Podcast.
That's it,
I'm
man.
so excited to
I know,
be
you're
on now.
Yeah. Besides a couple of some ragtag wrestlers and whatnot, promoters we had in here, you're the first in the studio. This is the new digs. And my guest, Kirstie Croga, author.
Mm-hmm.
It's all sitting right here in front of you. You got a book out. You're about to go on tour, right?
I am.
Yeah.
Yes.
And it's Milwaukee Deep. And I have all my notes right here on the back of this panel.
I did. I didn't even do it on purpose.
I appreciate that. I know.
Yeah,
but now
it's a cheat sheet just for you.
It's called Milwaukee Deep.
It is.
And is inspired by the true events and mysticism of a small Caribbean island. Milwaukee Deep employs endearing characters, evocative, right?
Evocative.
Evocative plot,
evocative.
powerful prose, and fast-paced action to portray a stirring history. You are into military history, correct? That's your.
This book is about military history.
It's about military
yes.
history. Okay. And it's called Milwaukee Deep.
Mm-hmm.
It's got palm trees on it. So it's not really about Milwaukee, Wisconsin.
It's not about Milwaukee, Wisconsin at all,
right, okay.
except that.
Yeah.
So Milwaukee Deep is actually the deepest point in the Atlantic Ocean.
Okay.
So it was named for the naval vessel that discovered it, which was the USS Milwaukee.
That makes sense now.
Yes.
When was that? When did that happen?
1942.
Okay.
This is a test.
During World War II, they discovered it.
Before. Oh, I'm sorry, 1932.
We're in the middle of it.
Yeah.
32.
Yeah,
so
32.
Before
Sorry,
World War II. No
yep.
problem. 1932. Yeah.
32.
All right. Kirstie, you come on the Hub Show before in a former life of ours when we were at the Antietam Cable and you did a show with us.
Mm-hmm.
And you were writing books then, you're writing books now. How many books have you got written?
Well, this is actually my first full-length novel that's my own. So we have done some ghostwriting and screenplays and some other things and family histories. And we do a lot of ghostwriting for nonprofits with grant writing and marketing. But this is actually the first time that I have had my own work as a full-length novel. And it's horrifying.
It's horrifying.
It's horrifying.
You went solo this time?
It's going solo. And, when you're writing for someone else, it's their heart that you're showing.
Right.
Here, you're very exposed. Like, this is my heart. This is my soul.
Yeah.
It's not about me. It's not, biographical, but, it's very much my work.
Right.
And it's scarier. It's a lot more exposed.
You
feel much
involved too.
Yes,
Yeah,
exactly.
right.
You feel much more exposed.
Well, let's back up though. Your company is Ghostwriter Quill?
Ghostwriter LLC.
Ghostwriter
Yes.
LLC.
Yep.
Okay. And what exactly is that?
So Ghostwriter was founded about 6 years ago to fill the gap that nonprofits face. We work mostly with nonprofits who need an entry point into things like grant writing and marketing that they don't really have the resources to do internally.
Right.
So we come in and give them an entry point where they can access those services. And it really equalizes smaller nonprofits can access those services without having to hire a full development staff. And it's worked really well. We have clients who started out with like a $200,000 a year budget. They're up to $1 million now.
Nice.
Yeah, it's really very effective. They have a great return on investment. And I love Ghostwriter so much. And it's really allowed me to hone my skills as a writer.
Yep, there it is.
Right.
Yeah.
And also given me some flexibility to do the things that I love to do and to come up with a novel.
So is it your company or do you do it with somebody else or
It is my company.
it's all you? How many people are working with you or for you? I'm trying to fan off over
We
here.
call them co-creators because, I do technically own the company, but the people who work with us really are co-creators in the company. And they are uniquely positioned. We were having conversations about owning small businesses earlier.
Yes, we did have a conversation.
Yes.
It was heated.
It was heated.
Yes.
It was heated. And we're very angry and we're on the same page. But a lot of that is that the people who we employ have an amazing voice in the direction of the company and their work schedule and how the company works for them. And I think that as a small business, that's one of the things that we can give is give people a really good work-life balance in a way that larger companies might
Okay.
not be able to fit in.
So do you employ people?
I do.
Okay. How many
Yes.
employees you got?
Right now we have 4 employees.
Nice.
So we have 2 grant writers, we have an administrative assistant, and then we have a community outreach person.
6 years later, business is good.
Business is very good.
Very good.
Yes.
Awesome.
Yeah,
All right.
it's come to its solution. So the company, I was in nonprofits for 20 years, so I was really I knew what the problem was.
Yeah.
So the solution I came up with, the business model, is completely unique. I actually
Right.
won Penn State Mont Alto's lion tank competition to start the company. So the business model itself is incredibly successful and could be employed.
Right.
We have almost endless clients. I mean, endless list of clients that we could
Nice.
serve.
Is it just you're in Pennsylvania, right?
We are in Pennsylvania, but we
Your
actually
clients are
serve globally.
Globally, yeah.
Yes.
How far away is your furthest client?
Sub-Saharan Africa.
Wow, Africa. Okay.
Yes.
Really are out there.
Yes.
The internet's a beautiful thing, isn't it?
It really is.
Yeah, it works for you.
We're kind of at this place where there's like this intersectionality of really highly skilled sets, highly needed skill sets with remote access, as you know.
Yeah,
So, and it works really well.
It does.
Yeah.
Well, let's circle back to some of that stuff. But you got the book.
Got the
And
book.
how long did it take you to write this book? Because I know writing is a chore, folks. If you're a writer and you dive into it, you're down a rabbit hole, and you put your heart and soul into this stuff.
Yeah, you really do. That's why it's so, it's a little terrifying to be out there. But it took me 4 years to write, partly because of COVID. I needed to go and visit the island that the book is about. And
Wait, say that again. You went what?
I went to Vieques.
Vieques.
Which is, what the book centers on.
Okay.
It's a small island, just about 8 miles from Puerto Rico.
Okay. You went there.
I did go there.
So you did your research.
I did do my research, and I'm so glad that I went there because meeting the people and understanding the way that they experienced the things that I'm writing about completely changed the texture of the story.
Yeah.
Completely
So you
changed
went there
it.
with one idea and came back with a whole nother idea.
Yes.
Yeah. That's cool.
Yeah.
Yeah. What's it called? What?
Vieques.
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 Okay. Does that have anything to do with these drinks you made us?
It does,
So
actually.
explain. Look at that, folks.
I did. I bought in drinks
Blinking.
because that's the kind of
Engineer
guest
Mike
I
over
am.
there's got one too.
Yes.
Looking out.
He's been upgraded, right? From
Yes, he was an intern. Now he's an engineer.
now he's engineer Mike.
Yes,
So
I've been promoted.
He's been promoted.
Quite the promotion.
It is. Yes.
and with that promotion, he got a drink.
yes.
Yes.
So cheers.
Yes.
Bottoms up.
Cheers.
Cheers.
All that good stuff.
Absolutely.
So what's going on here? What's
Yes, there actually is a connection to the book. So
Okay.
Vieques is a very, very small island. It's about 20 miles long, about 4 miles wide.
Right.
But it's really, really incredibly unique. Like the things that are on the island naturally, it's almost magical that they could possibly exist in one island. And one of the things they have is the world's most bioluminescent bays.
Okay.
So literally the water glows. So this drink represents
Naturally, right?
the glowing water. It does.
Okay.
It does glow naturally. And what's interesting is that there was natural bioluminescence in the bay, but when the Spanish came and they thought that the bay was evil, they thought the glowing water was evil. So they actually used boulders to block the channel out into the ocean, lest this unholy water be unleashed onto the world. And what they did by doing that is they actually enhanced the effect. So now it really is the most glowing bay in the world, and you can kayak at night. And when you like put your kayak oar in, there's just a stream of glowing water.
And you've been there, seen it?
Yes.
Oh wow, that's crazy.
Yeah, it was
Anything
really
blows around here. It's nothing. It's man-made. It's nothing natural, right?
right.
Yeah. Wow. So what's in here? What's in the drink?
What is in the drink? Well, we have some coconut rum. We have some Sprite. And then I don't know how to. I never know how to say it. It's Croco. Is it Croco?
I don't know. Mike,
I don't know.
You drink? What's the
I'm pretty sure it's either on the money or you're very close.
Croco?
Okay. Maybe I learned to
Croco.
say that word.
Okay.
It's like cinnamon, and
we're-
sometimes
Or
I can't say it
curacao,
right.
maybe?
Could be that.
Yeah.
We're all off.
We're all off. If
Curacao.
anybody knows, correct us.
Please, by all means.
Yes. Correct us in the
That
comments.
means you're watching. Yeah,
Yes,
so anyway.
exactly. And then there's this great little glowing
Yeah.
ice cube, which is just a modern miracle. It'll last for
It
12
is.
hours. I'm just saying.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
So we'll leave it here and I come in tomorrow morning. This will be
That'll
it'll
be still
blink.
glowing.
It will still be glowing.
Yeah.
All
It
right.
should be. I know. Try it. See if you like it. Mine's a little strong.
I like the coconut though. There you go.
Oh yeah,
What
that
do you
is
think, Mike? It's
strong.
good? Good stuff,
That
Mike?
is a strong beverage.
All right.
That is a tasty beverage.
You're going to get
Yes,
another
ma'am.
upgrade after that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know what that could be, but yeah. We're working on it. So the gist of Milwaukee Deep is
Mhm.
about that island. What's the elevator pitch?
So the elevator pitch is this.
Yeah.
This is inspired by a true story
Mm-hmm.
and the true history of Vieques.
Right.
The military commandeered the island
Mm-hmm.
back in the early 1940s.
Mm-hmm.
And it originally was going to be used as part of Roosevelt Roads, which is on
Mm-hmm.
Puerto Rico.
Mm-hmm.
That plan stopped with Pearl Harbor. But they didn't actually give the money back to, or the land back to the natives.
Right.
The military continued to kind of land grab until they had like 2/3 of the island and pushing all of the natives into the middle of this island.
I got you.
So the question would be why? Why would they want all that?
Mm-hmm.
And the reason was they were using it as a proving ground.
Oh,
So for 60 years, it was bombed every day.
it's a weapons dump, like it says here.
It's a weapons
Proving
dump
ground, a weapons
and a
dump.
proving ground.
Okay.
Yes. So for 60 years, it was bombed every day. And really, the story is about an amateur fighter
Mhm.
and novelist who is writing a family history and follows the story down to the island
Mhm.
and uncovers some atrocities that are probably not that much of a stretch. Some of it is very, very true, actually.
Gotcha.
But also, and maybe even more importantly, understands the natives on the island and
I
how
getcha.
they've dealt with the fact that
Yeah.
they have been
For
bombed.
generations. Yeah.
Generations.
At least 2-3 generations of it. Yeah.
Generations.
Yeah.
And with there's lost nukes there.
Mm.
There is substance of unknown origin, which is
I'll
interesting.
bet. Yeah.
Yes. Yes. So in the 90s, the military finally pulled out after
Mhm.
a stray bomb killed a native.
Mm.
And there was this big uprising. And the Pope and actually Felix Trinidad,
Wow.
Bobby Kennedy Jr. actually has a child whose middle
Mhm.
name is Vieques because he went to prison. His son was born
Mhm.
when he was in prison for protesting.
Yeah.
the
That's Robert Kennedy, the
militaries.
guy running, right? That's what I'm talking about?
Junior. No.
Junior. Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
Yeah.
Lots of Kennedys floating around right
There's
now.
so many Kennedys floating around. I know I get them confused.
Yeah.
But there's one floating around
Mhm.
whose middle name is Vieques
I got you.
because his
Shout out
dad
to
was
you.
in jail.
Yeah.
Yeah. So it's a great summer read. It's very fast paced. It's
Yeah.
a quick little summer read, but it's also very layered. So
Gotcha.
there's a lot of military history in there. There's a lot of
Mhm.
history. There's a lot of kind of conversations about trauma and colonialism.
Good stuff.
Yeah, that you can really kind of bite your teeth into it, or you can just have a nice little summer read.
Yeah, no kidding.
Yeah.
No, there's no pictures, people.
I'm
for the covers.
sorry.
She's
There
a
are
real
no
novelist.
pictures.
You put that back on the set.
Well, there's one. Yeah, there's.
That's one. Well, there's a stack of them here. So, Kirstie, you're about to go on tour.
I am. I'm going on a book tour.
What does
It's
that mean?
So much fun.
Where do
So
you start?
here,
Oh, here. Okay.
Yeah.
But where's the tour
I
taking
called you up. I
I'm the
know
first
where to
stop
start my
Kirstie
tour.
Croga. Shout out. Look at
That's
that.
right.
So what a way to kick off the Hub Show, right?
Absolutely.
The rebirth, the rejuvenation. Is that a word? Not for a-
Rejuvenation is a word.
For
Yes.
a podcast, I guess.
Yeah. I mean, it's more
Usually
than two
apply it,
syllables.
Yeah.
That's okay. Yeah.
All right.
So yeah, it's a lot of fun. We it dropped
Yeah.
nationally in
Mhm.
May, and then we had an opening, and now I'm going on a summer book tour, which is total dream come true. Like,
Right.
who goes on a summer book tour?
So,
I do.
Well, where's the tour taking you? How far?
Right now we're regional, so Winchester, Virginia,
Okay.
Annapolis, Harrisburg, State College.
Big places.
Yes.
Regionally.
Yeah. So
Are
I'm
you
really,
going to up in upstate New York at all? Or
I
anything?
would love to go to upstate
Next
New
time,
York.
right? Yeah.
Well, we're not there yet, but we might get there. I mean, we're
Okay.
starting kind of,
Yeah,
regionally.
locally and regional. Yeah,
Exactly. And we'll
So
see where it goes.
When does the tour kick off officially?
Next weekend.
This weekend.
So I'll be in Winchester on Saturday and Annapolis on Sunday.
Where are you going to be at in Winchester?
Winchester Book Gallery.
Book Gallery?
Yeah. Have you
you're
been
going-
there?
No, but just in case people from Winchester are
Oh,
listening,
okay.
they know when they can reach.
Gotcha.
Go get the book signed, right?
Absolutely.
So you're going to like the whole bookstores and stuff like that?
Mhm.
Mhm.
Yep. We got Barnes and Nobles in Annapolis on Sunday.
Cool. Who has anybody? Who the people who read it so far?
Mhm.
Obviously, you got to publish. Is Amplify Publishing?
Yep.
Right? I mean, was that a hard needle to thread, or how was it getting this thing published? A lot of people do self-publishing now, but you did not.
Yes. Well, this is actually did hybrid publishing.
Hybrid?
And I
Okay.
would highly recommend it. So it has a lot more legitimacy, I think,
Okay.
than
Mhm.
self-publishing does, depending on what your goals are as an author.
Mhm.
But, it also there was knowledge that I was missing that they have.
Yeah.
So things like the marketing and who to get in touch with at Barnes and Noble to
make a book tour
to make a book tour.
Yeah.
They helped a lot with the cover. I have graphic
nice.
designers. It is nice. I have graphic designers internally, but there's really a specific genre to book design. I actually liked a different design they came up with.
Really? Alternative to this?
It was an alternative to this. And here's what they told me. And this is exactly what you need a partner like this for, is they said, that's a really great cover and it's very cool, but it's too X-Files-ish. And this is going to appeal to more people.
I got you.
And those kind of things I wouldn't know.
Well, the palm trees appeal to me. I like palm trees. I like coconut. I like this drink. It's very good.
Good.
But I don't associate palm trees with Milwaukee. But I was thinking of
I know
the Fawns and Laverne and Shirley. So what are you gonna do?
I know I have that problem
and
all the time.
Chad Beadle, shout out to you, Milwaukee in the house. Anyway, but this is about a different Milwaukee.
Yeah, this is Milwaukee Deep. I have that problem all the time. I have to tell people it's called Milwaukee Deep. It's not about Milwaukee.
How many people look at the book cover and go, huh?
I know.
No, so it's not just me. All right.
No,
well, we cleared it up, folks.
You.
It's not about Milwaukee.
We really had to have
there's no cheese in this book.
There is no cheese, and there's no Laverne and Shirley though. I love Laverne and Shirley. Yeah,
right. Yeah. Anyway, I'm looking at your bio here on the back. You got cheat sheets, folks. Look at that. I should do this more often.
Yeah, you might want to incorporate that now.
Incorporate that. Yeah. You're a writer and you're an athlete.
Yes.
In what realm?
I box.
You box?
I do box.
Okay. So is your character in the story you said was a fighter?
Yes.
So she's a boxer?
She's an MMA artist. Oh. So I actually had to, boxing is my natural realm. I had to learn some BJJ to write the book.
Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu people.
Yeah.
Okay,
yes. You're right. I always have to clarify that.
Right.
I did had to do, because I can't write about it if I don't do it. So I did.
Right. You experienced most of this stuff. And you went down, you actually visited this place and you
did a
kayaked around the glowing water and all that stuff.
I did. So and I did a lot of research. Yeah. So yeah, she is an amateur MMA fighter. And I'm glad that I did that. She's a strong female character, and that's really unusual in the genre of military history.
Is it?
It is.
In 2023? Are we
in 2023.
Apparently,
well, now we
Courage
have,
Under Fire.
I took care of that.
Okay.
Now we've taken care of that.
All right. Well, okay. We've crossed the threshold.
That's right.
How long have you been a boxer?
Oh gosh, on and off 20 years.
Like you just get in the gym and go through all the motions. Do you actually get in and throw punches? You just spar with somebody. You spar?
Yeah, I spar every Friday night.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Where?
Down at Bauer House.
Bauer House? Where's
Bauer
that?
House MMA. It's down in Frederick.
Oh, in Frederick. I have heard of that. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. Cool.
Shout out to my guys. They are awesome. They're really good.
Bauer House?
Bauer House.
I'm going down there.
You should go down. They're really good.
And a shout out to Hagerstown Boxing Club. I'm on there. They're on my radar. I'm on there. I've been there a couple of times, and there's a young 19-year-old in there is a bit of a prospect. We're going to have him in here on the Hub Show soon too. So.
I would love that. I will come and visit.
Yeah.
I am such a strong advocate. I love boxing, and I love that when women. I'm usually the only woman in the sport.
Really?
Yeah, they'll be in conditioning class. And sometimes they come to technical.
But they will be putting the headgear on and getting inside the squared circle there, right?
Right.
Yeah,
so I'm a huge advocate for that, and I will come and visit Hagerstown Boxing. That's actually on my book tour. One of the things I'm doing is I'm asking where I am, like in Winchester. I'm like, hey, where's there a boxing club that I can go check out?
Yeah.
So
I haven't gotten in the ring and thrown punches with anybody, but I have gone through the motions. My oldest son, when he was 13, I got him. I need to get him in shape, I need to get some exercise, put down the Xbox controller or whatnot. So I said, listen, let's go try something that doesn't require you to pass the ball to another teammate and all that stuff. I get it. So a buddy of mine was Golden Gloves.
Yeah.
From New York and all that. We were out in Los Angeles, and he took us to the Wild Card Gym, which is Manny Pacquiao's training gym. Yeah, Freddie Roach. Freddie Roach's gym. It's nothing fancy, folks. It's unair conditioned. It's like Mickey's gym in Rocky, but even worse. It smelled like a giant foot. It was horrible. But that's where we went every weekend. I took him in there, and a buddy of mine took him under his wing. And, people think just from watching a Rocky movie, you know how to box, but
no, you don't. You don't. It's really funny when people think that they're going to
real punch, all that good stuff.
Yeah. Like I am going to win a fight because I get really mad. That's what people who don't train think.
But you're out of control, then you're going to lose. Especially if you're somebody who knows what they're doing.
Exactly.
But I didn't really we did a lot of I got in there a couple of times just to see how it was and all that. I was hitting the bag, the speedy bag, and all that stuff, and getting all down. And 3 minutes in the ring is that's the longest 3 minutes of your life.
It's a long time.
And I wasn't even getting hit.
It
So
is.
add on to that, getting
It
pops
is.
in the head and in the gut and the ribs broke and all that stuff. So
Yeah, I think it's probably the most mentally and physically exhausting 3 minutes in sports, except for maybe, I've thought about this a lot, maybe bull riding.
Bull riding?
That
I'm sure. 8 seconds, right? That's what you're aiming for.
Yeah, that might be.
Yeah. But 3 minutes in the ring,
it's
going
exhausting.
around is exhausting. And you're going to do that 10, 12, 15 times it used to be.
Yeah.
Shout out.
I know.
Crazy.
I know.
So you go to, what's it called, Bower House?
Bower House, MMA.
And you get in the ring and you spar.
Mhm.
And like, do you spar with headgear and everything?
No, we don't
No?
spar with headgear. And I mean, we're not sparring to kill each other. We're teammates and we're trying to improve each other.
Yeah,
and,
but you do connect.
Oh, we connect.
Oh, yeah?
Oh, yeah.
You got some.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
I actually, a couple weeks ago, I went out and I had to cover up a black eye, and sometimes that happens.
I know. I'm waiting for you to go Captain Quentin on me and start showing me all your boxing scars and what.
Yeah.
Too, you know?
I did. I felt bad. The guy I was with, I was like, I did you the favor of trying to cover it up some so people didn't think you were like hitting girls.
Women can do that. Guys are going to just go out with a shiner on their face.
Yeah, they'll be proud of it, right?
Look at me. I got that at the powerhouse. A broken nose. Yeah. Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. It's a great place. You should check it. And I will definitely check out Hagerstown Boxing. Like I love.
Hey man, Hagerstown Boxing is it's over there.
Yeah.
Yeah. And it's rough.
Good.
He's got it going on in there. It's rough like it should be rough.
Yeah.
There's nothing fancy in there.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
yeah, it's not like the boxing boutique clubs they have now. It's like real boxing. Yeah.
Sponsored by Title and whatnot.
Yeah.
Although I use Title gear. It's all good.
I do too.
Yeah. That's good stuff.
Absolutely.
So you so you've been working nonprofits and NGOs, non-government organizations, as you explained to me. Okay. You've been doing this for how long now? We've been working with the nonprofits?
Probably over 20 years now that I've been working with nonprofits. I mean, really, the business of Ghostwriter was born out of working with nonprofits and understanding,
and all that,
understanding where the need was.
Okay. Well, this is crazy. You founded Mission Salt Incorporated. It's a nonprofit supporting emerging adults with childhood trauma, broadband equality, literacy, and everyone an athlete programming. What's that?
Yes.
Everyone's an athlete?
Everyone an athlete. I love that. That's my favorite phrase. Everyone is an athlete.
Explain.
That means that anyone can be an athlete. So
that's true.
We have to take out the barriers that stop people. We have to welcome people differently. We have to see sports in a different manner so that it's not always just competitive.
Sure.
But that everyone should have access to competition.
It's good for
and
you.
Excellence. It's so
keeps
good
you on your
for
toes,
you.
right?
It does.
Gives you a thing to strive for.
It absolutely does. And it's life-changing to people. It was life-changing to me. It's life-changing to a lot of people.
Yeah, you learn about yourself.
You learn a lot about yourself.
What you can and can't take, and then you strive to take it.
Exactly. And a lot of those things, I think that a lot of the lessons that you learn, either whatever it is, it's in the gym or shot put or boxing, whatever it is, really translate to business and to life and to relationships. Yeah. So I think it's a good learning
Everything
ground.
you learn in boxing translate into relationships.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Go the distance, all that stuff.
Know when to bully the pivot. I use that language all the time.
Look at you. All
right. Absolutely.
You use that language with your employees too?
Yeah, they know.
You incorporate the language. That's cool. That's good stuff. So book tour coming up. Milwaukee Deep is the book. And have you had people review it yet?
Yes.
What's the feedback like out there?
It's been really good. No, it's been really good. And I actually just posted something that authors love feedback, even if it's negative. I don't even think it's negative. I'm like, oh, you read it? Oh, that's great.
Yeah, you want something. You want to know what? Yeah,
right.
It's subjective, right? Some things appeal to people that don't appeal to others. So.
Exactly. And some things you do on purpose as a writer for reasons, for very specific reasons. But for the most part, it has been overwhelmingly, actually, it's all been really positive.
Yeah.
It's all been really positive feedback. And this is like industry standards. So Kirkus Review has reviewed it. Goodreads, there's several on Goodreads, as well as Amazon. It's got a 4.5, I think, right now.
The publishers, they must have read the transcripts and all that before they
the editing process. Oh my goodness.
Really?
Yes.
Was a lot of editing?
Well, I had already had it edited several times.
Oh.
But it is amazing how much editing needs to be done.
They say one does not write, they rewrite.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. Yes.
Yeah, you got to puke it out and then clean it up.
Yep. Exactly.
Have you ever written screenplay? script?
We are actually getting ready to do that. So Milwaukee Deep has been translated already into a screenplay. Colleen Tidd did that.
Colleen
Yes.
Tidd, shout out. I remember, yeah, she was there with us too.
She was.
On the Hub
She
Show
was.
in the previous life.
Yep.
Yeah.
So that's already
BC, before COVID.
BC. That's right.
That's the new BC.
Yeah. So she's already written the screenplay for this, and there's actually I'm working on the audiobook for this as well.
Nice.
It's already on Kindle. So
Is it your
that's all
voice?
taken care
Are
of.
you
It
reading
is.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's a real interesting
I
experience.
bet.
Well, you probably know better than most, but it was a really interesting experience. Yeah. It is.
Did you want somebody else to narrate it and read? You wanted to be the one doing it.
I wanted to be the one to do
Okay.
it. And it was outside my boundaries, like my comfort zone, but I know the story best. I know
Of course,
what that
makes
character.
sense. Yeah. It's coming
should
from
be.
you. It's coming from the heart.
Right.
Yeah.
And I would definitely do it again. But the funny thing is that I don't know Spanish, and I don't know why it didn't click with me that halfway through the book of me reading.
You have to start
this
speaking
book,
Spanish.
I'm like, oh, I forgot. I put Spanish in here.
Wow.
I don't know how to speak.
Well, given
Spanish.
the location it takes place in, is it going to be translated into Spanish?
I hope so.
Yeah.
Yeah, I hope
Okay.
so.
And
I
you
would
have
love
people-
to get there.
So when you went down there and did your research, you let them know you're writing a book and all that?
I did. They were very impressed.
Really?
Completely
I mean,
unimpressed.
I don't know. I mean, I'm coming out of the dark with this, but has this been written about already? This topic, I'm sure.
So it is
Kinda, sorta.
publicly known. I
Yeah.
don't think that it's been in popular culture,
Sure.
at least for a long time.
Mhm.
And this, of course, is a completely different take.
Yeah.
So I hope it speaks to them. But I have actually been in touch with several people who live
Mhm.
on Vieques, and I sent them copies of the book. I was like, I need you to read it,
Yeah, I want your
and I need
input.
and I want to make sure that I honored
Exactly.
you, right?
Yeah, you want
Yeah.
to, you want to sound like you know what you're talking about. I get it.
Yes. Yeah.
Yeah.
And they were very, very positive.
Right.
They love it. So I would
Mhm.
love to go down. And we've actually talked about it. I'd love to go back down.
I
And
bet.
there's actually
You plan on it?
Yeah,
Yeah.
they opened.
Part of your book tour.
Yeah.
There's a Barnes and Nobles in Puerto Rico.
Sure
Get
there
down there. Yeah. Mhm.
I'll let you know if that happens.
By all
We can
means.
have the whole show
Yeah,
come
we'll
down.
have you do Zoom with us over from
Yeah,
live from Puerto Rico. That'd
that'd be
cool.
awesome.
See that?
Yeah,
Yeah.
I'd like that.
Put a home base here for you. you
Yeah,
know?
yeah,
Spread the word.
absolutely.
Yeah. Yeah.
Going up together.
That's it.
Yeah,
Coming back.
bringing, rising,
Swinging. What's the word? What's the
Come
boxing
out
terminology?
swinging.
What's the boxing
come
terminology?
out swinging.
What's the boxing terminology you said again? What was
Which
that?
one? Oh, bullying the pivot.
Yeah.
Got to bully that
Gotta
pivot.
bully that pivot. I'll put that on the screen. Yeah, that's true. A lot of bullying the pivot around this studio right now, man. We have a
It
wrestling
looks
company
great.
coming out of this studio. That's been in the works, and now it's rolling. The train's rolling. We just
Yeah.
had wrestling 2 nights ago in Martinsburg.
I saw it on social media.
Yeah,
How'd it
and
go?
then we had a downtown Hagerstown last
Yeah.
week, and it went great. Everything's good to go.
I like the wrestling
train-
thing. That's pretty neat.
Yeah,
Yeah.
whole different animal than boxing, but it's athletic.
You got to bully. You got to bully the pivot still.
Yeah, I like that. They make some t-shirts. Yeah.
I love it. No, the new
Engineer Mike knows.
digs
Yeah,
look
we gotta
great.
get, now we have a slogan to put on some wrestler's t-shirt or something. Bully the pivot, Yeah,
And
Mike. Give
he's
me some
enjoying his
ideas, Mike.
drink.
I know he's
Yes,
Yeah.
I'm gonna let you know this drink is quite strong.
it is.
Yeah, I'm feeling this one a little bit.
Oh yeah, that's why I got you a chair,
Well,
Mike.
yeah.
Okay.
If I'm going to hit you, it's going to hurt.
Yeah. Well,
She's
there you
bullying
go.
the pivot in this cup.
yes, Kirstie hit hard. She hit hard.
Mm.
The trainers will be proud. My trainers will be proud. Thank you.
Your information can be found at your website, KirstieKroga.com.
Yeah, KirstieKroga.com. And from there, you can order autographed copies, but it's also available nationally. So Amazon.com, Barnes & Nobles, Books A Million, even Walmart. You could actually order it from Walmart.
Punch in your name and it comes up.
It does.
That's awesome.
You could have it delivered with your groceries.
No, I know, but
Isn't that wild?
I'll take a Kirstie Kroga, please,
I know.
and a Krispy Kreme.
An avocado
Yeah.
and Kirstie.
Kirstie, yeah.
Yeah.
That's cool though. It's
Yeah.
on Amazon. It's all out there.
Yep,
Yeah.
it's on Kindle.
I have a
Like I
stack
said,
of them right here.
we have a stack of them right here.
Mhm.
We'll be
Sign
on
out
the
trunk of
tour.
her car.
Yeah, I actually do
How
have
many,
them.
how many do you have in the trunk of your car right now?
Probably about 70.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, be careful. They're worth money.
They
How
are.
much? How much is the book?
$21.95.
$21.95.
Yeah.
Ka-ching. There you go.
Yeah.
We're missing that button. We're getting back in the groove here. The Venue Media Studio. No, it's not there anymore, dude. I know.
He's looking for.
We're-
See, I was looking for it, and
it's,
yeah,
you know what? Yeah, we're rebuilding the brand, the studio. It's all coming together here. Man.
slowly but surely
Yeah.
we're getting back on our
We're
feet.
back on our feet, man. So
You can
yeah.
put it in post, right?
you can do all that.
Ding! I could just do it.
I can do that right now. There you go.
Yeah.
Consider it done. Yeah.
Cha-ching!
Yeah. But anyway, hey, I can't wait to have you back.
Yeah.
Do your rounds. Go do your
Yeah.
book tour.
I
You're
will
still
do that.
local. You're being regional, so you'll be around.
I will be. And there's a sequel in the works. So
Oh, yeah.
I have to go to Poland for that one.
You have to get a Poland?
I have to go to Poland.
Oh, go to Poland.
Yeah.
To get a Poland. And what's a Poland? Boy the pit. Poland. All right. You had to go to Poland?
I have to go to Poland.
It's related to this?
Yeah. It's the
It's a
sequel.
similar situation.
Same characters.
Ah.
Yeah. And it comes a lot quicker. So once you have the characters developed, the
Mhm.
second one seems to be coming a lot quicker than the first one, except that I need to get to Poland.
Okay.
So
Your
yeah.
character's name is Ambrose
Nobel.
Nobel.
Yes.
Okay. MMA fighter.
Yeah,
Yeah.
she's an MMA fighter.
So it's funny. I write scripts and screenplays.
Yeah.
Nothing's been done, but But when you're writing, you already have it in your head, right? You've seen the movie 2,000 times, haven't you?
Yes.
So who would play Ambrose if you had it your way?
Oh gosh, that's a great question.
Money, no object. Who would play?
Money, no object.
Who would play Ambrose Nobel?
Ambrose Nobel?
Who comes to mind?
I hadn't thought about it.
Really?
I really
What do you
hadn't
see in your
thought
head?
about
Is she
it.
blonde? Is she brunette? Is
No,
she,
she's definitely she's
Hispanic?
redhead.
She's ginger.
Um,
Okay.
redhead like she has like
Redhead.
auburn hair. Yeah, she has
Okay.
auburn hair.
Okay.
Gosh, who would play her?
We got to Frankenstein your character here, man.
Yeah.
Build
Yeah,
it.
yeah, yeah. I don't know.
Really? But
I'm
when
gonna
you
have to
see her in
drink
your
on it.
head, in your writing, she's got amber hair and she's
Yeah, she has amber hair.
tough broad. She's she's MMA, right?
Yeah. She's
Yeah. Okay.
she's tough broad. She's
Yeah.
muscular and she
Yeah.
looks like a fighter.
Chiseled
and-
muscular, like
No,
not China.
She actually
Okay.
she actually has. She's like, oh, I've got a few extra pounds.
I like that.
Yeah, and
When
that's
she really
okay.
doesn't. Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah,
she
yeah.
thinks she does though.
Yeah,
Like in her head, she does. Yeah. So I don't know who'd play. That's a great question, and I will have to think about it.
Well, I can't give anything away because it's not my book and I haven't read it yet. I'm going to
Right.
read. I want to know how she gets sucked into this situation.
Well,
As an
this
MMA
part is
fighter.
actually true. So she's an amateur MMA fighter, and she's a writer as well.
Like yourself.
Yes.
Look at you. Right.
Yes.
What you know, right?
Right. What
Yeah,
you know.
right, what you know.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And this part actually is true. So
Mhm.
how I came upon this story
Yeah.
is I was writing a family history for someone local,
Mhm.
and their family happened to come from Puerto Rico, and they had mentioned that their grandmother had died of tuberculosis.
Damn.
And because I do research, and that's what I do, I went and I researched it, and it was like this odd pattern where it couldn't have been tuberculosis.
Mm.
And that's where the story starts.
Kicks off from that. Okay.
Exactly.
I'll have to read it.
Exactly.
I'll have to read it.
So
It's a
that's kind
page
of like
turner,
what,
folks.
yes,
Yeah.
kind of a little mystery there.
All right. Well, Kirstie Croga, and there's a sequel in the works.
There is.
It's awesome. This
Yeah.
is going to be like your Tom Clancy series.
Yes.
Ambrose Nobel. That's what you're going for, isn't it?
Yes.
I'm not dumb. Look at that.
Absolutely. It
Shout
was
out.
always meant to be a series
All
because
right, well,
that's how we
listen,
write
when this
now.
gets picked up for Netflix or whatever it winds
Yes.
up on, you better be available for the Hub Show.
Oh, please. I'm coming back next week
Coming
with
back
another
next
drink.
Is it the same color?
No, the next one's going to be pink because there's
Yeah.
there's a
There's a-
pink drink in the book.
There's a storyline to it.
Yeah.
Okay, next time. Okay.
Always got a storyline with a drink.
All right, hey, let me wrap this up here. Last one
Wonderful.
to talk about. We'll save it for next time. But hey, KirstieKroga.com,
Uh-huh.
where to
.com.
find you. Yeah, and the book's out there. Milwaukee Deep, check it out. And we're gonna stay in touch with you and follow you along your book tour,
Wonderful.
see how things go, and maybe 6 months from now we're having a whole nother conversation. This thing is blowing up. Who
Yeah.
knows, right?
Who knows?
I know. All right. Well, hey, cheers.
Cheers.
to
I
you.
appreciate you so much.
Absolutely appreciate you too.
Love being the first
Cheers,
one back in the
Engineer
studio.
Mike, and the Hub Show is back, and we're
Is he
back
done?
in full force this summer as we move along.
We've still got plenty of drink left.
Plenty of drink left as well. It's all good. All right, Jay Hyde, Hub Show. We're out of here. See you later.